crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horns. Ease your sip of chaga coffee. The U.S. Mint has the new sales figures for American Eagles. They post it every month. Great for gold almost doubled from 122,000 to 200,000. Silver keeps going down because the U.S. Mint refuses to obey the law and print coins in quantities to meet demand. This is a basic foundation of the Silver Eagle program brought to life in 1987 by Barney Frank, believe it or not, and another guy. But the idea was this is the same year that Banking Basics comic book came out. For you Road to Ruta people, that's the book that shows a little girl walking up to a bank teller, cashing in paper money for gold coins. It was always the idea to destroy the banking cabal by allowing people to buy as much silver as possible. The U.S. Mint is completely criminal. One of the largest hedgers in the world, so they have this gigantic naked short out there right now. The director of the Mint, after what was his name? David Ryder. David Ryder came back to facilitate the implementation of a new gold standard. He was an ex-Mint director. He knew what he was doing, and he left last year, and Biden put in this the head of HR to head the Mint. Believe that one. Some woman named Beatrice Gibson, who completely has dropped the ball. Just look at the silver bullion sales under Silver Eagles. They started off the year, well, in January, it's always a makeup for the November and December of the year before because the Mint can't figure out how to change a die in less than 2 months. So it went from 5 million to 1.5 million to 1 million to 850,000. The Mint is it is so incredibly criminal what is going on at the U.S. Mint right now. If they can't make more than 850,000 coins in a year, in a month, I'm embarrassed to call them the Mint. And we've seen production massively higher than that month to month. What do they do? Change the CNC minting machines? No. They are illegally suppressing the amount of Silver Eagles available. Silver Eagle premiums are over $10. A premium that's 50% of the cost of the coin does not happen in normal day-to-day life. And the person you can blame for this, Beatrice Gibson, the head of HR for the U.S. Mint, is now the acting director of the Mint. It is pathetic. It is embarrassing as a country. Janet Yellen, really, Janet, you really going to do this to the American people? The one chance they have to buy the coinage of America, the true constitutional coinage, silver Eagles. Flip it over. What does it say? It says $1, and no one will sell their U.S. Eagle for $1 because dollars today are Federal Reserve notes. They're not the real dollars of the United States of America. So, Beatrice, you are pathetic. Your whole group is just, I know people at the Mint. It's sad. It's sad and embarrassing that they can't make more than 850,000 Silver Eagles in the month, and it keeps going down. Look at it, just keeps going down and down and down. Because of COVID, they're probably blaming Russia now. This is pathetic. It is embarrassing. It's completely illegal. They are required by law to create Silver Eagles in quantities to meet demand, not gold. And they're doubled the production of gold, but they can't do it with Eagles. Really. Pure criminality. And you expect these same people that control these institutions to have a freely traded market on the comics? Rustin Benham works for the same people that Beatrice works for. It's sad, it's pathetic, but it's also a huge sign that there's massive problems in the silver market. buy as much physical silver as you can get your hands on. It's going 1-to-1 with gold, probably at about $20,000 an ounce. 1-to-1 with gold. All it takes is one free market trade. The COMEX will be shut down by that point. So keep an eye on that. It's funny because people say, well, why doesn't everybody just go buy all the COMEX metal? Nobody trades on the COMEX. Nobody on the road to Ruta. Maybe I hear from like 2 or 3 people that say they have a COMEX contract here and there. It's pathetic. Just the big banks rigging the market, trading back and forth with each other, run by Virtu Financial. Virtu Financial is the company owned by Vinny Viola, who was Bernie Madoff's counterpart. Welcome to America. Welcome to the embarrassing America. Anyway, yep, silver's still being held, although they're going to allow silver to go up now because there's the technicals. The banks can't get any more juice from the turnip, blood from the turnip, or whatever you call it. And so they're not going to slam it down anymore because the only reason to slam it down is to cover their shorts. They don't care about the price. They care about losing money now. So they can't slam it down anymore to cover shorts, so they're going to just go long for a little while and then play the same game. Then short into the rise and wash and repeat. Any of you new commissioners at the CFTC? If you want a consultation on how to do it, I'd love to talk to you. I get Ted Butler to talk to you and teach you how manipulation works if you'd like. I can get 100 different silver analysts to teach you how this all works. You are the only people who really don't know what's going on. And you have all the inside information. I can't tell you who traded 300 million silver ounces yesterday, but you have that data. You have access to all the data. You know the banks involved. But you choose not to do anything about it because you're too sad and pathetic and you don't give a shit about your country is basically what I can come to. So I'm a little honored today. It's so ridiculous. Victors can't even make a freaking silver eagle, and they put her as the director of the mint. Moving averages are still being held below. It looks like gold might be. There we go. The silver moving averages. This is purely for the tech traders. Purely how the banks fleece the tech traders is they use the moving averages. 2350, right around 2350, is where we have to pop over to get the runs that gold are getting now. I think gold is over the moving averages now. Everything but silver. At the end of the day, it's everything but silver needs to be rigged. Speaking of embarrassing, I don't know. I don't even know how to say this. We are at war with Russia. And it's a cyber war now, which is probably the most destructive of all wars. Yeah, you can blow up parts of the city, but the city can recover. You destroy their infrastructure, their computer infrastructure, their access to the internet, all that stuff. You destroy a country. No food can be delivered. No power can be delivered. All the nuclear plants would go off with an EMP type of stuff, electromagnetic pulse. You can do that either with a solar flare or it can happen with a nuclear bomb set off in the atmosphere. You can also cripple their cyber operations by introducing all kinds of malware into the system. So this is war. This is the new type of war. And I want to know who in Congress authorized the U.S. to go to war with Russia. I don't remember anybody voting on that. U.S. engaged in offensive cyber ops against Russia in Ukraine, the NSA director says. The U.S. military has issued a stunning but perhaps not entirely unexpected admission that it has been conducting offensive cyber operations in support of Ukraine. Marks the first ever such acknowledgement and suggests, as many observers have long suspected, a deeper Pentagon U.S. intelligence role in Ukraine against the Russian military than previously thought. Remember, good guys, bad guys are at war. Countries don't matter anymore. There's good guys and there are bad guys, and the good guys are trying to take out the bad guys in the Ukraine. That's my take on it. So if the U.S. is engaged in offensive cyber ops against Russia, they're fighting the good guys. So the bad guys are once again taking the U.S. offensive capabilities as far as war and thrown them to the protection of the deep state, the protection of the Clinton cabal, the protection of the Bush cabal, the protection of the bad guys. Now, I don't know. I have no idea if this is a good guy or bad guy operation. So they might be going in to take out the bad guys with computers. I don't know. Nobody knows. But remember, this isn't about country versus country. It's about good guys versus bad guys. Speaking of good guys, people keep asking me, how do I get Veritasium? If you go to... Veritasium is the most maligned crypto out there. See this red thing on the top? The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed charges against Reggie Midland. It used to say, has been found guilty for violating SEC rules. He wasn't found guilty. They had a plea bargain at the end. But why is this red thing still above Veritasium? A whole bunch of cryptos have settled with the SEC. Why is Veritasium the only one who has this? Can you answer this, CoinMarketCap? This warning. And by the way, when Gary Gensler lays down this is a security law in the crypto world, Veritasium will be completely immune from that because they already got busted for that. And they paid their fine. And Reggie paid the ultimate price. Taking his coins away is the ultimate price in the crypto world. So, more fuel to the fire that when these regulations come down, that will probably be pretty onerous from Gary Gensler and friends at the SEC, Veritasium will be sitting pretty. There's no double jeopardy. They can't go after Veritasium again. That's the good part. The bad part is it's kind of tough to buy. I know you can get it on Market Talks, but there's a couple other places. But look at the volume. Look at the volume. $6,000 volume. And you wonder why Veritasium jumps 100% in one day and crashes 900% the other. When Gary Gensler lays down his rules, Veritasium will already be signed, sealed, delivered. And then you've got 98 million tokens that are frozen by the SEC. I think they should just give them back to Reggie. But we'll find out. So I see Veritasium as a lottery ticket, but also as a hedge against what the SEC is doing. They don't want to kill cryptos because they know the rest of the world will walk away and say, oh my God, the U.S. is out of the crypto market. They're fucked. But they are going to regulate them. They are going to control the price. As Chris Giancarlo, the head of the CFTC, said, we couldn't let Bitcoin just keep going up. Oh, really, Chris Giancarlo? Did you tell your daughter that before you slammed the Bitcoin price in 2017? Did you tell your daughter, who's a big crypto buff, to get out before you pulled your bullshit? Anyway, I'm just a little angry. I'm a little angry today. I don't know why. Maybe not enough coffee. Cheers. All right, talking with Jenny Moonstone today. We will further our conversation on the secret dude. Who is it that is taking all the silver off the market? Basically, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Citibank are all feeding their... well, look at that. I crashed. All feeding their silver to the lovely J.P. Morgan. My computer crashed. Anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe. I'll be talking to Jenny today, and we will be talking about the person who's taking all that silver off the criminals. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.